You have found the Titus Podcast Armageddon Update with hosts Christopher Titus, Rachel Bradley, and Ken Highland. And now, here's Christopher Titus with this week's Armageddon Update.
I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. It's the holiday season during continued treason by a moronic demon, and as we continue down the road to the end of the world, we watch sweet potato Hitler slowly descend into dementia and madness.
Your countries are going to hell. Your country is going to fail. This climate change, it's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion. What is the purpose of the United Nations?
That kind of madness that it was in your family, you'd make you send your wheelchair-bound grandfather down an escalator. It's Shakespearean, but if Shakespeare, lived in a trailer park. We are living in the end days of a mad orange diaper-wearing king who's willing to burn it all down because his daddy didn't hug him. The Epstein files still haven't been released. The White House is still destroyed. He tore down one of the most famous buildings in the world, tore it apart during fall and winter on the East Coast. Because he has a very, very large brain. On top of that, we found out that 45% of all Trump supporters reside in bot farms in Bangladesh, the Philippines, and Moscow. Elon Hitler High Five Musk revealed that about half of the pro-MAGA accounts on X were bots run by people who are trying to ruin us. Wait, so you're telling me that Patriot Eagle 1776 and From My Cold Dead Hands 226 aren't real people? What? You mean it's all a grift? All of it? Also this week, Cash Buckwheat Patel and Christy Shot My Dog in the Face Gnome spent the weekend at the Las Vegas Grand Prix, as they said, to promote event security. They both had their own jets, security, and Lego sunglasses. Even the Kardashians thought it was excessive. These two tried to be these two, living the billionaire life on taxpayers' billions. Remember when Obama's FBI director flew his girlfriend on a private jet to the Daytona 500? No? Right! But this is surface. Let's dig into the foreign policy. The Ukraine war, which ended on day one after Trump released his healthcare plan.
We have two plans coming out in a very short period of time. We're going to come up with a healthcare plan. We're not going to vote on it until after the election. The plan is coming out over the next 4 weeks. We're going to produce phenomenal healthcare.
And cut grocery prices in half. Well, this last week, we found out the Ukraine peace plan was actually Putin's Christmas list for taking over Ukraine. And Marco Rubio presented it to Zelensky like the U.S. wrote it. Then, after watching this human stain murder people off the coast of Venezuela by blowing up drug boats without evidence of drugs, these tiny boats are 2,000 miles away. They ain't coming here. No one can wakeboard that far. So, Trump is just killing people. It's an illegal order. So to counter that and protect our troops so they didn't end up in Nuremberg Part 2, 6 senators did a commercial. Here it is.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
Now, after this ad came out, the President of the United States called for the hanging of these 6 senators. He said he wanted to hang sitting senators. He said it was sedition. Trump said that. The same guy that sent thousands to the Capitol screaming, "Hang Mike Pence!" The guy that stole top secret documents and let his son-in-law sell them to Saudi for $2 billion. That guy said this guy was a traitor. This is Mark Kelly. Remember the Trump trading cards where Captain Bonespur's 5-time draft dodger was all these heroes he imagines in his syphilis-damaged mind? Well, those things are something Mark Kelly actually is. Kelly is literally everything Trump isn't. Soldier, pilot, astronaut, in shape, never cheated on his wife. And Mark Kelly can read. All this horror I just described, that's just this week. And we just found out a couple minutes ago that 2 National Guard members were shot in D.C. Now, that's the shooter's fault. But if Mushroom Cap Don didn't feel the need to show what a big man he is, they would have been home with their families. But I got to be honest, people, it's time to 86-47. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. It's 1 week. It's a week. 1 week. All the shit I just said. 1 week! Now, as Ken just told me, and he beat me, that any other president, that's been 4 years of bullshit. This guy did it in 7 days. What the fuck? Why are we... please, aliens, come back. God, I hope that the 31 Atlas thing is real. Everybody, Christopher Titus, Titus Podcast. With me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
Big Bailey one.
The big thing I talked about at the end of the arm up was 1 week. This is 1 week. All this shit happened in 1 week. He said he wanted to hang 6 senators, 1 week.
This is why we can't keep up.
I just I really do hate when we film it on Wednesday, and then Thursday Jesus comes back, Trump punches Jesus, and then Jesus is now a communist, and is like, now we have to do a whole new one.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go over the news. So I want to talk about the Kelly thing. Ray and I were laughing. I started laughing so hard because when he went after Mark Kelly, I just thought, of all the people, I mean, he always makes it worse. So you've got a guy who dodged the draft 5 times, who called soldiers suckers and losers. And then he says he wants this guy, Mark Kelly, who flew 39 combat missions, flew the space shuttle 4 times. He actually went, flew
the mission to go pick up the bodies of his dead classmates.
Yeah,
he's actual Captain America.
He literally is.
Oh no, it gets better. Also nursed his wife back to health, who was in public service and got shot in the head.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so, and Trump's like, yeah, fuck that guy. He's like, dude, are you an idiot? Like, how are you the dumbest? You're this Mother Teresa, bitch. Like, how are you the worst human being ever? And he just keeps going after him. And the Mark Kelly thing is there. Like, I don't say what you will. Say what you would. There is not even. I think at the farthest right MAGA would be like, dude, he's an astronaut.
We got villains so wrong because all the villains that we know of, they're like super smart and cunning and whatever. He's dumb and evil.
But if you look through history, Hitler, not smart, not that smart.
Yeah,
if you look
no,
he wasn't.
He wrote a book.
Mussolini, not that smart.
Oh, okay.
No, Hitler was a con man, as was Mussolini. But if let's go, Kim Jong-un, not that smart. If you look at all these guys, smart people doubt themselves. Smart people know they don't know everything.
Okay, you're okay.
And so these guys all think they know everything.
Okay.
And so I think overall, the dumbest people in the world tend to be the most evil because they don't have that capacity for empathy.
That's a high bar you're talking for the other evil villains.
Yeah.
Trump is like a third grader level.
Yeah, no.
Hitler's IQ has never been officially measured, but historians and experts have estimated it to be in the 140s based on the IQs of other high-ranking Nazis tested at the Nuremberg trials.
Of other high-ranking Nazis.
The leaders tested at Nuremberg had an average IQ of 129, which was considered high at the time.
Yeah.
I'm 126.
Hitler was considered to be fairly intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong then. That's why she looked it up.
I just want to know things, but I also don't want to search things.
Do we know if that's?
I just also don't want to search things on my Chat GPT. Like, was Hitler smart? I don't know if that's the trail that I want to leave behind.
Was searching to Hitler. Don't be me to arrest her.
Rachel, what are you doing on Nick Fuentes' podcast?
Yeah, exactly.
Why were you searching to Hitler?
Well, all of a sudden you're going to get a promotion in the Trump.
I just don't think. I mean, if you think. Maybe it's arrogance, Ben, because Hitler was also. I don't think he was that smart. There's nothing about what Hitler did militarily that points to him succeeding.
I think typically across the board, dictators have been narcissistic. That there's
at least
some like a NPD or something like that, and I think we're definitely dealing with that here. Also, maybe sociopath,
tiny penises.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would go pretty much across the board. I would bet. I would put $5,000 that all these dictators.
Just tiny hands like a Napoleon.
Yeah. So there is actually a science called dictator psychopathology. There's a researcher that found Adolf Hitler, Saddam Hussein, and Kim Jong-il to have sadistic disorder, paranoid disorder, antisocial disorder, narcissistic, schizoid. I would say these all apply to dipshit.
He'll be studied when that blood clot finally does its job. He will be studied. He will be studied for a long time because I don't think maybe he'll be forgotten quickly. I'd prefer that, but we have never had it like this. Like if you go down the list of if you guys watch the Armageddon update, and it's not just this week. I was just kind of point out that just this week this happened.
Yeah.
Since he became president, this shit has happened. As many things every week. Remember when Biden disappeared for like 2 weeks and we're like, oh, is he dead? Yeah. It's only because we were so used to this psycho every three times a day coming up with something insane.
When Biden went, because Trump stopped tweeting or whatever, truthing for like a week. And we definitely
thought he was dead.
Yeah, we thought he was dead for sure.
He was dead.
And then he came back and said, my MRI is the best MRI of all MRIs.
So let's talk about what he did. So to you people that actually think that Trump has a point, that you don't say, you don't say, don't obey the president's order. That's not what he said. He said that in the military code of conduct, it states that you do not have to follow. In fact, you are required to not follow an illegal order.
Yes.
And currently what we're doing is they're blowing wakeboard boats out of the water 2,000 miles from they couldn't even get here. Like there's not enough gas on the boats. So they're just randomly killed. They've killed like 83 people now.
Yep.
That's murder. They've murdered. So what people don't quite understand is that, and this didn't work for the Nazis. It's never worked through history. Whenever someone goes, well, I was just following orders. No, sorry, you did it. So those guys that bombed those boats, if down the line that goes to court and that was ruled a homicide, that it was illegal, it's not Trump's not going to jail. It's those guys going to jail.
Well, the thing that kind of blows my mind too about this whole Kelly thing is that very specifically they said over and over again, you do not have to follow illegal orders.
Right.
If the orders violate the Constitution, you do not have to follow them. So I'm not sure
what's the fence. So wait, hold on. You told them to be legal? That's you can't do that.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
You told them to follow the rules,
and it's not like Trump doesn't throw people under the bus. Like when he's done with you,
that's an understatement.
I keep
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I keep telling Ray this. I go, how come these people that continue to sign up with him? We have a history of this motherfucker just burying everybody. Like in the second there was a rumor Kash Patel's leaving now. Supposedly they said there's not. But here's how you know there's a tell.
Yeah, but when the rumors start, it always comes true.
Yeah. Well, then you see what he did today? He said, Kash, you're doing a great job. Let's see you and I get a picture. He got a picture with him today. And I'm like, the only time he's ever nice to you when he's about to stick it in you. He's about to just shiv you.
Oh.
Yeah, shiv with a knife.
Oh.
It's not big enough to stick in anywhere, obviously.
Kash Patel is like the only person that when they have the press pool taking photos, he's actually looking into every camera.
Hey.
You know, like when you're on the red carpet.
He has a lazy head.
You know, like when you're on the red carpet, hey, over here, Rachel, over here, Titus, over here. They don't have to do that. He's always looking.
Yeah. He's always looking at everybody.
Yep.
Kash Patel, always looking at everybody.
So he's been flying his country pop singer girlfriend around on our tax dollars funded jet, and also assigned SWAT to her, our SWAT as security.
And she ditched them.
We're paying.
So I read this, right? She ditched them. She ditched her security detail, which means he had them watching her for him. She wasn't in any danger.
So his eyes aren't everywhere.
Yeah, his eyes. I can only look 360 places at once.
So she might be cheating on him? On the guy who runs the FBI.
There's what a weird wow. If you have any kind of control issues and you're the head of the FBI, that would be wow.
Like,
fuck that.
Talk about having an ex who's I'm going to send the SWAT after you.
Well, Trump has come out and denied the rumors that Kash is being fired, but he always tells the truth. So I'm sure we can rely on that.
Speaking of other people in the Trump admin who are afraid of getting, this is what the Democrats were warning. You don't have to do anything illegal. You shouldn't, because he might not pardon you. Because the Doge 25-year-old 69 balls, they're all afraid of getting
they
arrested.
Committed some serious crimes.
Yeah.
They committed. Well, that's another this week. We didn't put it in the Armageddon update. They dismantled Doge this week. They ended it 8 months early.
I mean, didn't they already dismantle it? It hasn't been happening for some time. Especially once we found out that they cost us how many billions of dollars?
$22 billion. To save us all that money, they saved us no money and cost us $22 billion. However, they did get every American's fucking banking information, social security information, everything we've ever done, DNA information.
It's mission. As long as Elon got all the people off of his back who were investigating him.
That's what
mission
he did.
Accomplished.
FAA, you're right. He was in deep shit.
Yeah. environmental issues.
He said it. He said it to Tucker Carlson. There, he's giving me an interview. Tucker, he goes, man, if he loses, he goes, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't understand. I guess it's the arrogance of unbelievable wealth that you just can say anything and nothing happens, and we keep proving it. Mm-hmm. Trump they just kill the Fonnie Willis case. The guy's dismissing it.
Oh, and Comey too,
where we have him on the phone going, I just need 780
votes.
And we have him on the phone literally asking them to rig the election. Mm-hmm. And that guy, so they got rid of Fonnie Willis. They brought in this new guy, this Trump appointed guy. He says, yeah, there's nothing here. We're going to let it go. And
she did her best. You got to give it to her. I mean, she was kind of on her own trying to bring that investigation and had been investigating much longer than Merrick Garland, who had the entire DOJ at his disposal, did
nothing
for 2 years. Had he started those investigations in the beginning when he got into office, we would not be here today.
Why though? Why?
There was, I just saw something where they were afraid. I don't know if Biden was a part of this. Oh, maybe this was in Kamala's book. I'm on a first name basis with her. That they were afraid of inciting more division and anger. And I think that they were hoping that it would go away, because if you remember, he kind of went away after that because people hated him, and he didn't. He came back. And so I guess then they thought, well, we better do something.
But here's the thing. So here's the thing with that. Okay. Let's say Biden did, let's not stir it up. Let's just heal the country. Well, you ended up fucking it up. Here's the problem. When you do that, everybody else who's the grifter and the bullshit person, I think they can do it too. Yeah, and they do it. Listen, man, there's a reason this country is what it is. We're all supposedly created equal, right? Equal justice under the law, but they just let it go. That's if Biden said he didn't tell them to do anything. Biden came out and said, I did not tell them to do anything. But there may have been a discussion. It makes sense to me that there's a discussion, because there's no way. And then Jack Smith was ready, and they didn't Jack Smith just come out with something new though? Didn't Jack Smith
he was requesting access to his files and requesting the opportunity to testify in front of Congress.
Why did that get so quiet so fast?
Oh, I wonder why.
Well, I would just go on. Listen, I'm an asshole. I will go, and my sister's here today. She can confirm. You can confirm too. You can't too. I will say this. I would be every day at the mic going, I want to speak to Congress. I have all the information. I want to speak to Congress. I have all the information. Because what would happen is eventually, all this stuff about the shutdown and everything, the Epstein files has gone away again.
Yes.
Yeah. It's gone away again. And guys, they have 30 days to release it. Well, they're just shutting you up for 30 days so he can create more hell. And now that we got two National Guardsmen just got shot in DC now, and they did, so as of right now, they're not dead. Critical. Trump now has an excuse to bring even more of a hammer into DC.
Yep.
He's already got the fence up again.
The 2026 elections are canceled. Because there were some shootings.
That's all I have to say. Yeah, I have to impose martial law. He's now
ordered 500 more National Guard troops to DC after the shooting of the two soldiers.
Here we go. Here we go. Also, I want to point out, I said something a couple days ago or a couple of shows ago that when Trump said to Zelensky, now that you're at war, you can enforce martial law and there's no elections. Well, we had elections during the Civil War. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't precedent. Okay. That doesn't work here.
Yeah,
we're going to still have elections.
Because he always follows the law and precedent.
Your sarcasm really makes my heart hurt.
I'm encouraging. Speaking of being encouraged, this episode brought to you by OneSkin.
Oh, yep, great stuff.
OneSkin has a lot of products now, but they have new lip products that I use today.
So what does it do? Plumps them?
Hydrates. One is a balm situation with SPF in it. And the other is like a lip mask that has a little gua sha tool, and you put it on at night and it feels so good, and you wake up and you're like,
you love saying that word gua sha. You like saying it.
I don't know that I like saying that word.
That's not on your list of words not to say?
It's not offensive to me, but it feels pretentious.
Yeah, it's pretentious adjacent.
That's why I brought it up.
Little metal thingy sounds better to me, which is what it is.
Comes with a little metal thingy, put on your lips.
Yeah. So at the core of all of their products is that OS1 peptide that we've told you guys about. It's the first ingredient that they found that will actually target dead zombie cells called senescent cells. So the products are actually reversing aging at a molecular level, which sounds also pretentious. So let me just say it turns back time.
All I say this is my forehead feels really nice and dewy and smooth when I use it.
It's also certified safe.
Yep.
So
doesn't smell, it feels
doesn't have those 1,500 plus harsh irritating ingredients that we shouldn't have in our products anyway. And it's dermatologist accepted, tested. They've actually gotten the National Eczema Association seal of acceptance, which is, I would say, pretty hard to do.
So when I put, depending on what lotion I put on my face, because I'll go to, if I'm out of it,
what do you use? OS1 face?
OS1 face. That's at the house, but I left it when I was on the road. So I use the lotion from the Residence Inn.
You always do that.
And my face goes punk. It's like red. And so OS1 never ever makes me get red. I never have a reaction to it.
They have body, face, eye. They have the lip now. They have hair with the little roller thingy, micro needling thingy. And so Highlander's been using that.
Still working. Thanksgiving, everybody. I am thankful for my OS1 regrowth.
Your baby hair.
Oh, you got little baby hairs.
Baby fuzz.
They also just launched their limited edition holiday sets, including the Nightly Rewind gift set. So these are like really nice things to have on hand to give to people that you like. I would not waste it on someone you don't like. Plus, you don't want people you don't like to look good. So give these to people you like because they're nice.
How do you get it?
For a limited time, you get to try OneSkin for 15% off using code Titus at oneskin.co/Titus. At the end, you know the deal. They're going to say, where'd you hear about it? Make sure you say Titus Podcast so that they know that we sent you. That's oneskin.co/Titus for 15% off.
That might be a tough give though, unless you are, preface it with like, hey, you're looking like RFK.
Yeah, exactly. You look you look like fetid pepperoni. Can you rub this on your face, please?
Frankly, Donald Trump could use it too.
Yeah.
Your face is in a drought.
They did. You can go on their website and look at studies that they actually went in the lab and it reversed signs of aging. I mean, who doesn't want that?
What are you guys thankful for this year? This is the Thanksgiving episode.
I'm thankful that Shannon's here.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Stop
getting
moving.
in.
You keep catching my eyes. Stop dancing and moving. Stop moving.
No,
you're
she's
distracting.
getting her steps in.
Yeah, but you're distracted. It's like I can't.
How are you distracted? I can't even see her.
Just keep pacing by the camera.
Yeah, just.
She's trying to get her 10,000 steps in.
Okay.
I don't know why I said steps in.
We have almost 450,000 subscribers now, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, to the point,
Thanksgiving. Okay, yeah.
They're saying that this National Guard thing was targeted. They just came out and said that it was a targeted shooting. Yep. Why is the National Guard there in DC?
Because it's
picking up trash.
Yeah, it's dirty.
So I brought this up in the Armageddon update. I'll say this: it is not. It's that guy's fault. The guy that shot him. It's his fault.
Correct.
100% his fault. However, there was no reason for the National Guard to be in D.C.
Correct.
Crime rate in D.C. had fallen by 22% in the last 2 years. Crime rate in D.C. was getting better all the time. They had a good mayor doing it. Basically, what happened was this is what he wanted to happen. Mm-hmm. So if you put enough troops on the street, people get like, oh my God, there's troops here and there's cops here, and then people get angry, and then shit starts. And now he's got a reason to send in how many more? 500 more. Mm-hmm. So this is just the beginning of it.
If he's doing what they claim, like his base always says, oh, he's playing 4D chess. Okay, well then what he's doing is putting these pawns in the game of all these targets. So now you're putting all these guards in our streets for no reason, causing tensions to rise and all the crazies to come out.
On the streets with the most well-armed citizenry in the world. This is the sad thing about this is that he's putting our own citizens in harm's way in front of our own citizens. Like he's literally starting a civil war. Like this is my opinion anyway. He's actually, by sending people into Chicago, he didn't send him did he send him into Memphis? Mm-hmm. He said he was going to, right?
I think so.
They didn't go to Birmingham. They didn't go to Huntsville. They went into Chicago and LA. Yeah. I love LA. California deals with it so well. They did line dancing. They actually they got 50 people, 60, 80 people and did line dance. Yep. I loved it.
And then Portland, they really did it well
Portland
too.
Was great. Well, with the blow up suits
and the tea time.
My favorite was the fishing poles where they just dangled donuts like this close to them while they had to stand very seriously. Portland won. So Trump's EPA is rolling back all of the Biden era policies that efforted to save the earth. Mm-hmm. On Monday night, they moved to vacate defense of the rule. This would be the one, and by the way, they're making America healthy again. I want to point that out. It was one that restricted fine particle pollution.
Right, I saw this.
It was to promote cleaner air and prevent thousands of premature death, which they had found through research. He also is allowing PFAs. They are proposing the EPA is proposing to extend drinking water compliance deadlines for PFAs. It has rescinded rules for others, and it's also approved new pesticides containing PFAs. So fruits and vegetables.
Poison, right?
That killed people, caused cancer.
So can I talk about this for a second? I want to talk about laws and regulations. So when I was a kid, I lived with my mom here in LA. And we would go to school and we would go outside and play at recess. Sometimes you couldn't do it all the time because we had smog days. Yeah. We had smog days where they said you have to stay in. Yep. Here's what I remember. I remember this so vividly. You'd go out and play basketball, do something, and then you'd come in, and by 2:00 that afternoon, your chest would feel like you swallowed a Brillo pad. Mm-hmm. It was like it burned, it hurt, and then California Air Resource Board started actually doing all their work, doing all the regulations, stuff like that. Now, if you look around, somebody actually showed a picture of it. In the 40s, LA looked like it was foggy all the time. Yeah. Because even the way it's shaped is called the Indians call it the Valley of Smoke. So when smog settled and stayed, because the air hits the mountains, it goes right over the top and seals
it. Like a bowl. Yeah.
So regulations work. We had people getting poisoned before we had water regulations. We've seen when all those corporations dumped shit into the water and they didn't tell anybody, how the cancer rates in those towns skyrocketed. Yep. What I don't understand is, why do these rich billionaire assholes want to kill us? It's just money. It's just money for the people.
Money for his people that own these companies that didn't like that regulation because they're cheaper. Yep. So the PFAs, they're known as forever chemicals, which tells you how long they stay in the environment. The EPA itself actually published studies that linked them to an increased risk of decreased fertility, hypertension, increased risk of certain cancers, specifically kidney cancer, developmental delays in children, hormonal irregularities, elevated cholesterol, reduced effectiveness of the immune system, on and on and on.
But don't take Tylenol. What does RFK have to say about
this? Did you? Okay, RFK, by the way, one of the worst human beings ever. I mean, Trump has surrounded himself with this weird, evil clown car of anti-Avengers. They're just the worst people. RFK, did you see that letter that he wrote that some woman, it's the grossest, I read it. God. Oh. Did you see the letter about
I just heard a little bit that he wrote like a poem.
He wanted to, quote, shoot his river into her
and squeeze her cheeks open.
And then he wanted to, it's the worst. It's the worst. So it was a woman that I guess he was cheating on one of his wives with. By the way, just so you guys remember, RFK, this guy had a cheat journal. He had slept with 36 different women and his wife killed herself. That's who the fuck this guy is.
Oh, that's why he's in the Trump admin.
That's who the fuck this guy is. He's also was a heroin addict that had a brain worm. So And this is guy in charge of America's health. He put the in Maha.
Speaking of healthy food, this episode brought to you by HelloFresh.
Yay!
Where you
food.
actually can get healthy food. HelloFresh has doubled their menu. This is America's #1 meal kit for a reason. You don't have to leave your house, which
Always
you guys
good.
know that I love. Bring me things and
Always
let me
good.
never leave. You can choose from 100 options each week, including new seasonal dishes and recipes from around the world. They have bigger portions now. And you can feel great because they do have a healthier menu. I wasn't kidding about that. They have 15 plus a week high protein recipes. They have options like grass-fed ribeyes, lamb chops. I mean, they kind of
Lamb
even
chops,
stepped it up even more.
I have to be honest. We have never, not once, had something from HelloFresh and thought, It's always like,
No,
what is this?
It's amazing.
Yeah,
You can eat greener now. They have veggie packed recipes with 2 or more veggies per dish. So there's like all these greater options for you. And they have steak and seafood now for no extra cost. It's fun to go on the website every week. You can pick what you get and don't do it hungry because then you end up adding 7 things to your cart, which I have done.
Yep.
But you get to choose, or they'll choose for you. And I promise you, sometimes you should let them do that because you will eat something you don't think you want or you would like. And it's incredible.
We've got a couple of things. When I looked at the bags, when I looked at Reddit, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
And then we had it and it was phenomenal.
Exactly. Yeah, that happens all the time.
Phenomenal.
And it's taught me new things, how to cook. Things that I didn't do before, now I do all the time. And it's because of HelloFresh.
How important is zesting?
Zesting.
Zesting is amazing.
Everything is better. I just spit. I'm so excited. Everything is better with zest. They had me zest a lemon to put in couscous. A little lemon zest. Man, that was crazy. Man. It was good. So the best way to cook just got even better. Go to HelloFresh.com/Titus10FM. FM as in free meal. You'll get 10 free meals and a free breakfast item for life. 1 per box with an active subscription. And then so the free meals are applied as a discount on your first box for new subscribers only. And it'll vary by whatever plan you do. That's HelloFresh.com/Titus10FM to get 10 free meals and free breakfast for life.
Another good gift. That's a good gift.
Oh, I did that for my
It's like hiring a chef.
We put the pictures up in, so Kash Patel went to the Las Vegas Grand Prix with Christy Nome, which shooting my dog in the face, Christy Nome, and said, they go, why are you here? He took the FBI jet, took his girlfriend. Nome did the same thing. All they did was jet set around.
Beyonce was there.
Acting like, we put the picture up in the Armageddon update.
Of Beyonce?
Yeah, was it a little racing outfit?
That was
and her boobs
I was
hanging
like, yeah,
out.
Are you trying to be inconspicuous in your giant American flag leather pantsuit with your boobies?
Red, white, and black racing suit, and then she had the zipper down to about here.
Are we talking about Christy Nome or are we talking about Beyonce?
Beyonce.
Okay. Did they all take their own separate jets?
Jay-Z was dressed like he was in the Matrix.
I thought he was at least a little less obvious, So the official statement is Patel and Nome were officially in attendance to oversee security operations for this major event, with the FBI and DHS partnering in order to secure large-scale sporting events and concerts throughout the U.S. I added concerts, but that's what it would be. And fashion shows.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
keep going.
And
cruise.
And resorts.
And Disneyland.
Ski mountains.
Yeah, we have to make sure that
the
the Alps are secure.
And Cancun needs.
So there's a picture. So here's how, let's put the picture up here. Here's how serious they were about security. She's sitting in a Lego car with Kash Patel and another dude, and she's got Lego glasses on like a dork.
Like everything is awesome.
Yeah, but it's like, you guys don't really look like you're working on security. You look like you've been drinking.
Well, clearly they were not
Yeah.
there. It was a big social event.
So what we have right now.
I do see the Lego car. She looks like an idiot.
Yeah. Do you understand what we have going on right now? We basically have all these people. Like Kash Patel was a fucking podcaster. He was selling T-shirts and socks. Yeah. That's what he was doing. He was selling them. And so you've got these people now living off the billions and billions of dollars of American taxpayer money and charging it to us. As I said in the Armageddon update, they're living the billionaire life, but they're not billionaires. They're using our billions.
We are literally funding their vacations,
Yes.
his dating
Yes.
life,
His plane, his private
literally
plane.
funding our money that we paid into taxes is doing that. Now, we cannot afford to give people their SNAP benefits so
can't
that
have
they
food.
can
No.
eat.
Or healthcare.
Oh,
healthcare.
God,
no.
no.
For God's
No.
sakes.
No.
Insulin, $11? Nope. Just
No.
Gavin can do it. No.
No.
Can we give them anything?
No.
How,
No.
what if we-
No.
How about maybe just like a supplement?
Losers, leeches, just sucking off the teat of society.
Hold on, I have to write a check to Exxon for $33 billion to help them so they can go
ahead.
drill.
That's fine. Go ahead.
But there's an old lady that needs a
Do you
walker.
have time to do that when you're at the Grand Prix, or can
I
you do
do.
it after?
Christy's gonna do that. I think.
Is that before or after she shoots her dog in the face?
Well, I don't know. Boy, I wonder if she's ever going to do that. She's not going to tell us if she does it again because she got drugged for that. How do you just talk about it? He was acting up. Well, I have 2 dogs. They act up all the time.
That's every day.
They piss on the bed and say, I'm going to shoot them in the face.
Piss on the bed?
On that corner of the bed. You always tell me to keep them away from the corner of the bed.
That's an excuse.
We've got other places we like to pee now. That's old news.
Yeah.
You don't keep up. Mark Kelly did post a great response, but they have now announced that they are the FBI is opening an inquiry into those Democratic lawmakers who made that video.
Let's talk about this. Let's go a little more in depth in this. 2 people that are listening to this. We have a rogue douchebag moron president who is currently deciding that he's going to drag people off the streets with no due process, violates the Constitution on a daily. He's bombing other countries' citizens and killing them
without congressional approval.
No congressional approval. We've got douchebag headset. This
hair suit.
Yeah, I thought suit full of hair, Joe's. I prefer to call them, but you call them.
Posting war plans.
On Signal. They now have moved our biggest aircraft carrier off the coast of Venezuela, and we're about to start war with them. And again, without congressional approval and the Republican Congress, I've never seen a more inept group of douchebags who are doing absolutely zero. Like they don't. I mean, Tullis, who's the guy that came out? And he's
Massey.
Is it Massey who came out and started talking shit? The guy that was talking shit yesterday about how it's Republican.
That's Tim Burchett. The Tennessee.
Yeah, came out and said this Congress is the most corrupt in American history. He goes, you keep talking about drain the swamp, and he goes, swamps actually do good stuff. They oxygenate the water. There's plant life. There's a whole ecosystem there. This is a sewer.
Tim Burchett said that?
He said this is a sewer.
That's kind of amazing.
It was a really great.
Yeah. I thought so.
Speech. There is a retired lieutenant colonel from the Air Force who posted an op-ed saying that Pete Hegseth should be impeached for his abusive threats to court-martial Senator Mark Kelly. He is actually discussing calling him back to active duty because he's currently receiving retirement benefits so that he can court-martial him. And this retired lieutenant colonel said that in itself is grounds for Hegseth's impeachment.
Yeah, this is a highly decorated.
He's attacking
astronaut.
a decorated combat veteran and the legislative branch itself.
Yeah. So
Mark Kelly posted a great response. And then Ruben Gallego posted, fuck you and your investigation, which I was like, there's California. Go get him, Tiger.
I think people are starting to get like Gavin is getting kind of mouthy, and I think everybody's starting to realize what a difference that makes.
Yeah.
Like,
also, Ruben Gallego knows that he's backed up by our governor,
Right.
But he posted pictures of all of his medals, and you ended up posting that I said this, but my initial response was that the most honorable thing Trump has had on his chest is Thousand Island from the salad bar at Mar-a-Lago. And they're still backing him.
Yeah.
These people who were so pro-military. I will say that when I told my dad that on the phone, my dad giggled like a little girl, and my dad is a Republican. So I do think that there a break is
There is.
happening.
These Yeah, for sure.
Mitt Romney's a Republican.
Right.
John McCain was a Republican.
Right.
We've gone. This is a group of psychopaths.
Yeah.
I mean, these people. And the funny thing, I was talking to somebody on. I said something on Threads today, and I got jumped on by some maggots. And one of the guys was saying about basically the Epstein files. I mean, there's pictures all over of Donald Trump standing in front of Miss Teen USA. He wasn't just a client. He was running.
Was the vice president.
He was running teenage. Yeah,
Bear
exactly. The pedophile club for men. That's what he's doing.
Exactly.
And so he was trafficking girls around in these beauty pageants.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, no, he ran beauty pageants.
You said trafficking girls. That is alleged.
Oh, okay.
By
alleged.
you.
Got it.
Many
Right.
things are alleged by him.
But
I'm
weren't they,
a comedian. I just say stuff.
weren't they flying young
To different
girls to
countries.
different countries?
Yes, they were.
They had to get in traffic.
Yeah,
That's
That's not what trafficking
Oh,
means,
it's not?
though. No.
Oh.
So, like when you drive home and you're in traffic, you are not trafficking.
I'm trafficking.
He's trafficking himself.
That's what it's trafficking.
He's moving himself.
No.
across
Ken
the-
thinks if you drive in traffic, that's
I'm trafficking.
trafficking. We have to help him. Help him. Don't confuse him.
He's trafficking Ken
When
to some another
Yeah.
place.
When I go on dates, I'm trafficking.
That's never happened. It's never happened.
That's mean.
Now we know he's lying.
Wow.
No, we want him to go
So-
on dates. He's
so-
just not into it. Ladies, Ken Highlander is still available.
Here's the problem.
and he's got peach fuzz.
Hey,
Here's
right.
what I'll say about on his head.
You can Erica Kirk your hands through his peach
my
fuzz covered
God.
bald spot
Good
all
thing I
through
edit
the
these,
holidays.
'cause This is getting cut.
Yeah, you do have to remember that he does have the edit. Like there's stuff because you and I don't sit and watch this. So
We're going to start.
Yeah, just go. Keep going.
Yeah.
This
Like,
is
talk
all
all the
for
shit
naught.
about me you want. All for naught. That's the name of the podcast. All for naught.
You have to leave it because it's even funny that you said this is getting cut.
So if these people spent, so it's become this weird administration of offense. There is no policy moving forward. There isn't, except for tariffs, which is prices have gone up over in the last
Big news.
since 2022.
Turkeys are cheaper.
They are not any cheaper. No.
Fake news.
Nope. So all this has gone up. All the prices have gone up. They aren't making any movements on health. He said there was a big announcement. He was going to he's going to announce his healthcare plan this week. Guess what happened? No healthcare plan.
What a surprise.
So it's 10
He's
years now.
got
It's
concepts
10
of a
fucking
plan.
years now.
I know. I keep saying that.
It's
you
10
guys,
years now.
all you people who are saying he's going to bring us healthcare, he already did this once. He was already in office.
He was going to
and
bring you
didn't
infrastructure
do
too.
Oh God, but boy, did we have infrastructure week every week.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Remember
wasn't
that?
it?
He even repeated the lie in his first term over and over.
Yes.
And they still didn't get it then.
Empty binder.
Can we talk about the turkey thing? Because it's a clear lie, right? So he says turkeys are cheaper. But the turkey that he's comparing to was a turkey. And then this turkey is a little
Cornish game hen.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but he also said that Walmart says their Thanksgiving
It's a
package.
It's a budgie. Is that a budgie? Shrink wrap budgie?
It's a hop. So they said that the Walmart had lowered their Thanksgiving meal
Right.
by 25%.
Yep.
So then they listed all the shit that's not in it
like
anymore.
half.
They took out all the,
there's nothing. There's nothing Thanksgiving. There's sushi in it. I don't like. It's old sushi, but it's gaslight
Speaking of
Halloween
giving
candy.
thanks, this episode
Candy
brought
corn.
to you by True Classic.
Oh, we are
You
burning
can give
through
thanks
ads.
for
we can't
that,
even get a
baby.
roll going without an ad.
Yeah, man. That's because it all goes in.
Wow.
Guys at True Classic have a great sense of humor. That's how we first found them, because of their funny ads. But they wanted to bring premium, comfortable clothes to the masses, baby, without that designer price tag. And what I can tell you about all the True Classic items that I steal from him is that they don't shrink, don't lose their shape, don't fade, and you can dry them. Like I have so many things of my clothing that I don't dry most of my stuff because I don't want it to lose shape. And
Right.
I don't like when black goes gray. It makes me very sad. And yours, I dry them and they look exactly the same.
That light blue one I have is just never changes.
That's
And
my
then I keep
favorite.
waiting for that one to fade out, and it doesn't fade out.
Same.
That's kind of my favorite.
I got versions that are too big, but they still fit like nicely. I can still put it on.
Why?
Oh.
Why? What's the difference in a True Classic fit, Ken?
They're cut perfectly for a man's body.
And they hug your guns.
Tighter on your guns, a little looser in your gut.
Yeah.
And I feel like other shirts are opposite. They're really big flappy sleeves and then
and rough
Jelly Roll.
like Lego shirts.
Jelly Roll's skinny now, by the way. Have you guys seen him?
Yeah, he doesn't look healthy though. It looks like he's Ozempic. But he looks good in a True Classic shirt. He looks good in a True Classic shirt. Now I couldn't wear him before now.
I'm scared of Ozempic. Ozempic's like one of those things that
hollows you
20
out.
years from now, people do look a little freaky. When you see them, you're like,
Like, oh, you got hosed.
Do you remember that thing, Nightmare Before? No, The Crypt Keeper. Was it?
Tales
No,
from the Crypt?
that was it.
Yeah.
Nightmare
Crypt
Before
Keeper.
Christmas.
Yeah, same.
How'd you know what I was talking about?
Let's finish this commercial because I want to talk about this.
I will. That's what they look like. So, like I said, it's such affordable prices, such amazing quality.
It's good stuff.
You can avoid the overpriced designer crap. Comfort, confidence, True Classic. Give that for Christmas. It's a killer gift for the men or the women in your life because I steal them all the time. You can now find them at Amazon, Target, Costco, and Sam's Club. Or you can go to trueclassic.com/Titus to get the perfect gift for everyone on your Christmas list. They have really cute stuff too. trueclassic.com/Titus.
It's one of the shirts I wanted. It's in my drawer and they're clean. And I go, oh,
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like digging through something. Oh, True Classic.
If it's still in there.
Good
Yeah,
pants,
it's
too.
usually not. I usually come home and she's wearing it.
You do. You always say
Ozempic.
steer.
Ozempic, bring this up. Ozempic has been found to cure a bunch of stuff.
Oh, that's what I was going to
like. It's pretty crazy.
So Wendy was just telling me about this microdosing GLP-1s actually does a lot of amazing things, but not the big dose that people are doing to lose weight.
Don't drink the liter bottle is what you're saying.
What I was saying or about to say was that I feel like it's going to be one of those ones like Fen-Phen, like where 20 years from now they're going to be, did you or someone you love?
Drop
Try Ozempic. Yeah.
Camp Lejeune. Did you take Ozempic at Camp Lejeune?
I know that when I was having surgery, my surgeon called me the night before and she goes, I just have to ask you one more time. Are you on Ozempic or have you been on Ozempic? And I said no. And she said, okay, it's very important that people are honest with us about this because it can cause major complications in surgery.
Also, thank you. No, I'm not, but thank you.
Okay, girl.
I look like I'm on Ozempic.
I am not, but I've been working out. But
you made my day. Me and Jelly Roll.
I remember when I was training for a fitness show and my mom was so mad that I was doing that. And I just, there is a point with my body where when I was training, I would be like plateau, and then drop like 14 pounds. It was crazy. And my mom, I remember she was so mad and so disgusted. And she was like, you look like a Barbie doll. And I remember I was like, oh, what? Oh my God. I'm finally here. I look fake. I wanted to be fake my whole life. My Barbies were amazing. They had the tiniest little waist,
little tiny feet,
little tiny,
super long legs,
always on their toes.
Yeah, I would say you always look like a Barbie.
Oh, you're blinded by love, babe.
Side
effects of semaglutides are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and constipation. So you're shitting yourself, but you look good.
You could just go eat at Chipotle.
Same effect.
Same exact thing.
Shannon is skinny now. See, that's why, because she's doing her steps.
God, you're still doing it.
She's still doing it. Yeah.
She's actually got more of an Ethel Merman, like, you'll be swell, you'll be great. You got a whole thing on her plate. That's how Shannon gets skinny. Right there. Exercise, people.
Well, that's the whole thing is people don't want to exercise. Like I am now addicted to because of is that today?
No, but you can still say it if you love it.
I'm on the streak of 4 to 5 times a week now, and now if I don't do it, I get a little bit like nutty. Yep. And the guilt starts to roll and I hate myself. And then I start cutting my name in my arm. Yep. So just work out.
I'm not agreeing with you for that.
So you got to work out.
I love working out. It's the only way that I can manage stress.
Yeah, definitely.
The way I feel, it's sometimes so hard to get in there. But then when it's over, the way I feel is like, everything's better.
You know what I like about the way football does it though? Is that because it gives me 7 exercises or 9 exercises. that once I get to the it'll break up into supersets.
You don't have to whisper about Fitbod. It's okay.
No. Once it gets into supersets, I win every time I get through it. Like I get through 2, and I'm like, I'm far away, and I get.
You've been kind of mad at your Fitbod though.
I have little victories. I'm only mad at it. I wish they would add some more stuff.
No, you're mad because it was telling you to use such heavy weight.
Well, I keep doing it. And then it keeps upping it. And then at one point I'm like, hey guys, I can't feel my elbow.
I wish that because you're entering that you did it. So it's like, he did it. Mm-hmm. We can bump him up.
Bump it up.
I wish there was a way to I did it, but I shit myself. See, we're back to that again. Yeah. Don't want to do it again.
The veins in my eyes popped. Can we lower the weight a tiny bit?
You're checking for mistakes. Did I put the wrong age in here?
Yeah,
what
really.
the fuck?
Someone's been using it. Is some sort of Olympic athlete on my Fitbod when I'm not using it?
I do love rolling too. Like rolling out with the foam roller after. Oh God, that's intoxicating. Yeah. And I have.
Though. You like the pain of it though.
It doesn't hurt me. It does hurt you. I remember I took the grid. I have a metal one, and I took it on the road. And he and my brother, after several drinks, after a show, got on it. It's just a roll out your quads. Both of them screaming and falling off of it. You guys were a wreck.
Ray, this razor is not what is happening.
I'm like, you need to do it more. I think.
Especially when I have on my left leg is doing this thing where it tightens up at night now when I'm sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got something for you.
What you got?
Ozempic.
I got a guy. No, Kenny always says, you have a guy for everything. Yeah. I'm like, I know. I'm wheeling and dealing everywhere, baby. I have my, I want to say IsoPure, but that's not it because that's my protein. I just lost the name of it, but it's the same company that makes the grid, and it's my ball.
Oh, that little
and it vibrates, and you can make it go higher and higher. Yeah. And so I had decided, I put as one of my New Year's things that I was going to do the splits by the end of the year. And I got down to about 2 inches, straight legged. Mm-hmm. No, I can't do the front ones, but side ones I can do.
Yeah. Like a Barbie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See?
Right.
My legs went, and I was in it, and something under my glute ham tie-in went dink. Mm-hmm. Yes. And I have been in pain ever since. And I've been using the ball. I just sit on it. I don't know why I keep doing that.
Yeah, why you can't, yeah.
But I just put it under.
Because no one's mind's going to working out right now.
But we're hearing a buzz sound.
No, none of us. No. There's no one. And then my butt, and then I did the splits, and no one's going. Oh, she's working out.
And then I put a vibrating thing
exactly. None of us are. We're and no one's thinking health and fitness.
And this is why men are idiots.
You can see
and why women need to run the world.
I agree with that.
It actually made a massive difference. The pain is gone. So I'm gonna put the little vibrating ball.
You're gonna go
on you.
You're gonna go. See.
This
you see how quickly he got distracted? He was like, and then you're what?
Yeah.
Yes. I will put my vibrating ball on you.
Hell
this episode brought to you by Bubs Naturals.
Christopher Titus. Let's start that commercial again. Go ahead.
This episode brought to you by Bubs Naturals, baby.
Oh, Bubs.
Yeah, we're all using it actually. Shannon and I were just talking about this. Not about ourselves, because we're fine with it. Getting older. Is it freaking you out at all? Are you having any issues with that?
Not after Bubs.
Why does that sound weird? Stiff joints in the morning, having that. Recovery from the gym taking longer. I
said this the other day. I said,
hair thinning. Hold on. I feel like I'm talking to Ken right now.
I said, I got
check.
Nails breaking?
I said this the other day. I said, I have to get up and warm up to get up.
Yeah, and I told you. Here's
I'm
how
doing
you know.
Those Chinese fling exercises. I'm like, I can't.
He does his little. I don't think they're called Chinese fling exercises.
Yeah, you're just flinging arms and swinging and
But don't.
Fling is the name of the
I By the way, that's Chinese was more the part I was concerned about in that name, not flinging. Why are they Chinese?
Because they're based in Chinese medicine, ancient Chinese medicine. That's it's based in Tai Chi.
Okay. My grandma did arthritic Krav Maga at the senior center on Tuesdays. Yeah. It was right before line dancing.
Was it really Krav Maga that they were doing?
Arthritic.
Okay.
So it was toned down a little bit. It was on our little calendar.
Softly choke them out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Ow, 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 ow. So Bubs.
Dink. Just push them over. Skin losing the glow that you used to have. Aging sucks, but it doesn't have to. I've been using this now for 2 months, I think. Bubs natural collagen peptides. If you're not using that, you should be. This is what I always tell you guys. I put in my AG1 shaker. This is part of my cocktail every day. Kenny and I were just talking about it. She was saying that it's hard for her to remember to take this, but she goes, I know I have to, because this is the only thing that stops aging. She goes, this will keep you pretty longer. Even Kenny knows that. So they help restore collagen levels closer to what your body naturally had in youth. So your joints will feel stronger, your hair and nails grow healthier, your skin looks smoother. And so collagen is the most abundant protein in the body. It's often referred to as like the glue that kind of holds us together. So you need this. I'm noticing, oddly, my hair is even thicker. I think I have a lot of hair. I'm not complaining. I'm very happy about that.
I was hugging you and I put my hand in your. I thought, man,
you Erica Kirked me.
It's impossible. Your hair is impossible, but it has gotten thicker. Yeah. That was the weirdest thing.
Mornings.
My husband died. Come here. What?
Yeah,
that was that.
It's also third party tested. If you're concerned about stuff like that, you should be. NSF certified for sport and Whole30 approved. So it's clean and trustworthy, sustainably sourced. That's another thing that Amber's like super concerned about how they source collagen. And it mixes really well. Not all of them do. Some of them are clumpy. This one is just, you don't even know it's there. So live better longer for a limited time only. You guys are going to get 20% off at Bubs Naturals. Use code Titus at checkout. Go to bubsnaturals.com. Use promo code Titus and you're all set. At the end, tell them we sent you. Helps us out.
Can you give us an update on the National Guards guys?
Yeah, I just looked it up, but nothing new. It's weird because they were saying when we left the house that they died, but then you said
I heard it too. I came in and I heard they died. In fact, what's her face? Katie Tour? Was it Katie Tour? Was on and she started to cry. And then because the governor came out of Virginia and said that they died. And then I heard then Nicole Wallace said no, they're not dead. They're in critical condition. As
of an hour ago, they're in critical condition at the hospital.
So the guy came out.
The guy is also not doing well. He's in the hospital.
So he just came around a corner and shot them both. For years we heard these guys, these Second Amendment guys talking about Obama and talking about Biden and that they're willing to take it on. I'm not going to take a tyrannical government, putting the troops in the streets and taking my guns away. Well, was it Christine Omer or Pam Bondi? Someone wants to do a gun registry.
Oh, I was about to bring that up.
Bondi wants to do a gun registry, so you have to register your guns. And I don't hear these fuckers bitching anymore.
Yeah.
No, they're all very quiet.
They're very quiet, and then we actually literally have troops on the streets. Imagine. Obama had sent out crews of masked dudes in unmarked cars, just yanking people off the street and taking them away.
This country would have been turned upside down.
It'd have been on fire.
Yep.
It'd have been on fire. And they're doing absolutely nothing. So, number one, I have to say the people on the right, the Second Amendment, are full of shit because they are treading on you and you don't seem to give a fuck. You sure as hell had those flags up when it was a Democrat president. But this man has gone in and destroyed the White House again. And again, he did it. It's so weird. I don't understand. You know what he's like? He's a child throwing a tantrum. Why would you start a construction project on one of the most famous buildings on the planet right before fucking winter on the East Coast? It's the dumbest, not that he's smart ever, but why would you even, so now the East Wing is ripped down, it's open, and whatever else is going on, the White House might be uninhabitable because of the asbestos. So when it was built, there was asbestos.
Yes, I was thinking about that.
So they didn't get any of that out of there.
I didn't even see them spraying it because usually you have to spray it down to control it.
I didn't do anything. They just tore it. So he basically went on Craigslist, president, called a fucking crew and just said, take the White House down. Well, we're going to need some approval. I'm the president. It's approved. And we didn't even hear about it till it started and people started taking pictures of it. So we've got this guy who's killing people. He's ended the rule of law. He got the Supreme Court to give him immunity for anything he does. He's deporting people. He's deporting people without any seeing their attorneys, nothing.
He shut down free speech.
Shut down free speech unless, but they bitched about free speech the whole time. So they claim to follow Jesus. Nothing these guys do has anything to do with Jesus. They do not welcome the stranger. They do not feed the hungry. They do not help the poor.
The new thing, though, is that he's not a Christian, but God uses unlikely messengers.
Yeah, so to say.
In mysterious ways. Yeah.
So all you guys are so full of shit that you've been talking about you're going to stand up to a tyrannical government. Now you have a tyrannical government, but because it's tyranny for you, well, how long do you think that's going to last? Because eventually he's going to turn towards you.
Right. That's the thing.
They
Just because they're not going to say, who'd you vote for? Okay, never mind. We're not going to illegally enter your home and seize it or whatever. Take your weapons, whatever they're doing to brown people that you're fine with.
But let's just go.
Oh, and yesterday, Rosa was at the house, and Rosa, to be clear, has a green card. But she's terrified about going to the immigration office in May to continue to legally be in the country because they're arresting people at immigration court. But she said that yesterday, one of her other ladies that she's worked with for years and years and years said that on the cameras, there were a bunch of men in tactical looking things with the face mask thing on, obviously, looking over their gate and taking pictures of the cars, the license plates and stuff like that. They weren't home. And
there's a bounty.
She has a lot of workers, right?
I've read there's a bounty per person.
Wow.
There's a bounty now. So that's why it's nonstop. But here's the thing. They keep saying legal. Illegal immigration. Well, then why are you going to court? Well, these people have their papers and they're actually doing it legally.
Right.
Can you read this for me again too? Look this up. What is the offense for being undocumented?
Oh,
what is it's like
if you haven't committed a crime?
It's like a parking ticket, right? It's like a misdemeanor parking ticket type thing, and they're sending these people to countries they didn't come from, sending them to place. And imagine this. So you're living your life, right? You're paying taxes, you're paying sales tax, you're doing everything you can. You're busting your ass. Because I will
civil offense.
It's a civil offense.
You can be deported, but and a potential ban from future visas, but it is not a crime in itself. However, specific actions such as illegal entry or re-entry after deportation are criminal offenses.
Okay.
For example, first-time illegal entry can be a misdemeanor, but if you re-enter the country after being deported, it would be a felony. So it's a misdemeanor.
So my question is, why, when these people bring in $7 trillion every decade and $1 trillion in taxes every decade, and they do work that these fat ICE agents would never do. I don't understand. All I understand is Trump's dad was in the KKK. Trump's racist as shit, has been racist. I mean, we have video of him in the 70s going, they don't look like Indians to me. I mean, he went after the Central Park 5 after they'd already been proven they didn't do it. He still said they needed to be executed. And these people are doing nothing about it. I remember thinking when Obama was president that they got pissed about a tan suit.
Yeah.
I remember them getting pissed about that. They knew to fucking, this thing about Epstein bothers me too. The hypocrisy and cultish nature of these assholes. They believed that 9/11 was a hoax. They believed that microchips are in vaccines. They actually believe the earth is flat. They believe JFK is coming back from the dead. And they believe that COVID was to quote unquote control us. Yet they also believe that Hillary Clinton, who was investigated 35 times, that she was evil and running a pedophile sex ring from a basement in a pizza parlor. And when they went to the pizza parlor, it didn't have a basement. They believe all this bullshit and that the weather's being controlled instead of we've just poisoned the fucking atmosphere for 100 years. And yet, for some reason, they cannot wrap their mind around a guy who's got 36 women that said that he assaulted them, that his ex-wife said he assaulted him, that he was sued by a 13-year-old, and they can't seem to wrap their fucking minds around that this guy and his best friend was the most notorious pedophile in 100 years, and they can't wrap their mind around that with all that evidence.
And we have emails where that best friend said that Donald Trump knew.
Yeah, they're but it's aggressively, like, it's actively evil. It's you're actively stupid. Listen, if you can lay down a couple of fucking emails and say Hillary's fucking the most evil person in the world, and they investigate it. You can say we have boxes in his bathroom, 56 boxes of top secret classified documents, and they go, Biden had them too. Biden had 6 that were classified after the fact, or 8, and he gave them up the day. He was like, oh shit, get these. And so, but for some reason, they can't wrap their dumb fucking minds around that this guy is the worst human being we've ever had. He owes $80 million for a woman that he raped, and you fuckers can't seem to go, yeah, he did it.
Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I just want to point this out. It's their fault. They're fucking stupid. Go ahead.
Yes.
But I'm not giving them any credit. They don't get credit anymore. They don't get, he lied and this and that.
And also, everybody quit whitewashing Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's an awful human being.
No, she's leaving for a reason.
There's a reason. I will tell you, her pension will be funded 2 days before she's leaving office.
Right.
And
how convenient.
That's another grifter.
There's something else, but go back and just search things that she said. But I'm listening to MSNBC talk about her like she's some kind of hero. And she's not. She's a horrible person. She has done horrible things to women, to immigrants.
What do you think it is? She knows she's seen the file. She knows something's coming that is so bad, it's going to clean out. She actually said that he'll get impeached. They said that she thinks that the Republicans will lose in the midterms, which means she knows something. And then Dominion Voting Systems is now owned by a fucking guy that's a Trump donor. Like, it seems like we're set up to fail, man. Don't you think?
Yeah.
On a positive note,
you know which podcast you're on, right?
Right.
You know where you are. Yeah.
Let's take a little cutaway. We could talk about all of there's a lot of blue waves that have been happening. Mm-hmm. There's some shifting going on.
Yeah.
And we should probably point out how this the weirdest moment in the Trump history of Mamdani showing up to the Oval Office, and he's like the fucking leftist guy.
By the way, that was this week too. Do you know that was?
Yeah, right.
What?
Right in the middle
of. So I've never seen him more glad handy. He would have said. I thought at one point he's going to give Mamdani a foot massage. What is happening?
Shocking. And he defended Mamdani for Mamdani calling him a fascist. He defended Mamdani.
Go ahead, say it. That's what he said. Go ahead,
say it. You're right, my man.
Yeah.
So didn't that feel, that was like, oh, holy shit, okay. So, and Mamdani's going at it like, he's like the inverse of like Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom's taking a bat to him, and Mamdani's kind of like
playing him like a bitch.
Point something out though, and why Newsom is great at what he's doing is because, and I brought this up to Ray, that if you go after him, he stops. Mm-hmm. Whether it's Rosie O'Donnell, Kathy Griffin, if they just keep going at him, he just fucking turns away. He can't deal with the confrontation of it. Yep. And he doesn't talk shit about Newsom. He hasn't said a thing, which means, here's what I love about it. Because Trump will dig, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously Newsom's pretty clean, or else it'd be out. Yeah.
Well, and he even made fun of him, calling him New Scum. I mean, he knows he can't say anything to him without being made fun of. There's a point where you have to back off of people that are funny.
He can't beat it. Yeah.
Funny and fearless. You cannot beat that, right? If you want to see us, you can't. Yay! We're going to be off the road for December.
Yep.
And we're super stoked about that because, air traffic control needs to get their shit back together. Not your fault, his fault.
It's bad when a pilot gets on and goes, hey, man, I need 4 volunteers to look out the window for stuff.
Yeah.
Can you guys just, if you see something, can you guys say something?
Does anybody know how to land this plane? That's never good either. But you can get the Black Friday deal. We sold out of the box sets, but you can get 3 Titus specials. Which ones are they? Love is Evil,
Angry Pursuit of Happiness,
and Angry Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
All 3 of those autographed for 25 schmackers.
Or you can get one at a time for $10 a piece, and then you got to pay shipping.
Right.
There you go.
So Black Friday deal, box sets are gone.
Box sets are gone.
That's the end of an era, people. Anything else?
No, I know you want to get home before traffic gets going.
It's already 4:20. We're screwed, but at least I have company.
Yay. Shannon? Yeah.
You're going to walk and get your steps in.
Oh, Shannon, we should say hi to Aunt Sue, right? Because
we should say hi to Aunt
Sue.
All right, Ken, can we let my sister guest?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shannon Lovegren Titus. Titus Lovegren. Hey, hello, beautiful.
I have you in my phone as Shannon Titus. I know.
I think that's how it should be.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm
Shannon is a recent divorcee. And
why do you make it sound like it's the 50s?
Yeah,
and
she's
out of
yeah.
she's out of
control.
Oh no,
she's really upset about it, as
We
you
like
can
to
tell.
call it single.
Recently single.
I like to call it freedom.
Yeah.
Recently free.
Recently happy. Very happy.
Yes.
Unburdened.
A lot of giggling and dancing, I've noticed.
Living her best life right now, I think we could say. She drank with us last night and danced with us in the kitchen, as we are wont to do when we all get together. And then she was still up for a 6 a.m. workout.
How'd you manage that?
I got commitments. I gotta make
How did you do
those.
it through the fog of the wine that we drank?
Water. Every other water.
Yeah, that's a Swedish practice. Tell the people what they do.
Yeah, give us. By the way,
So this is a life hack for all of you listeners, viewers, that for every glass of wine you drink, you have to have a glass of water. So you're going to be a 2-fisted drinker, but it's kind of a good vibe. And then you just gulp, gulp, and then sip, and then gulp, gulp. And
it's a Swedish thing,
so you
right?
gulp
They
the
do
wine
that?
and sip the water.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's how it rolls.
Oh.
But in Swedish, it's called varannan vatten, which kind of is like blah, 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 in the way that
Varannan vatten.
Exactly. Every other water. So,
Every other water.
Every other water.
I like this. I'm
wow.
gonna wrap. I have a question because I get this a lot. People will call me a socialist, or they'll say that we don't want to be one of those countries. Can you talk a little bit about Sweden for me? So you guys have healthcare there. How does your health? How horrible was the healthcre in Sweden? How brutal, horrible was it that you had to wait for doctors and they had death panels that were going to kill you?
Yeah. So the Swedish healthcare system, like there's a whole bunch of rumors about Sweden that are about 35 years old that have never been updated. And the healthcare in Sweden is phenomenal. Like you go to see the doctor, like the healthcare for children is free until they're 19. Then for adults, you have a copay of $20 until you reach $120, and then it's done for the year. No matter what. If you have heart surgery, it's going to be $120. And then like $200 for all your prescriptions. That's your maximum of the year. And it's so great that you don't ever think about it. You go to the doctor when you're sick.
But you had a heart attack, though. You have to wait 8 months to see a doctor,
no,
right?
No, you don't.
Oh,
and they
really?
actually have a law that says you must see a specialist within 30 days or 45 days, or they will send you to another country to get whatever specialist you need. Because that was the big complaint. Like, they're going to wait forever.
But you're paying 95% taxes, though, obviously.
Yeah, no. So most people pay about 31% taxes, and that is
we pay 36.
Yeah,
it is a social democracy. So you are voting for your representatives, and then you have representation, and it is social minded. So you have healthcare, you have your education paid for, because an educated populace makes more money.
Yeah,
right.
I always say it's national security. Education is national security.
So when you went to
innovation.
Sweden, you went and got your master's paid for. It was free, right?
It was.
And and they had someone that lived there that was that smart. I have one more question.
Yeah.
Tell me how they do taxes. Because right now in America, because by the way,
Oh, it's going to make everyone
It's
mad.
hurt.
As if they're not mad enough already.
That we've actually stayed together through tax time.
Oh man,
what he does is nada. I do all of it, and it is a pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass. So how do they do taxes in Sweden?
In Sweden, everything has your social security number on it. They call it a personal number, and so they know how much money you've made, and because there's not a whole lot of cash. It's a digital society, so all your money goes through this official system. They send you a text message in like early January, February, in early March. They send you a text message saying, "These are your taxes. If you agree, hit yes." Text yes. And if it's not, then then here's your document that we've already filled out for you, and you can revise it. But it's so satisfying when you get that text message because you hit yes, and then the next day you get another text message that's just like, your refund is on its way, and it just appears in your bank account, and you don't have to do anything because it's all connected.
Ken is falling apart in the dark. He is so sad.
It is.
It's so great.
She would tell me these. She's back in Cali now.
Oh, my taxes are in.
But she would tell me all this stuff, and I remember thinking of like, I'm in what world do you live? Like in Narnia. She lives in Narnia.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She rode her bicycle to work all the time.
Yeah.
It was safe.
It was great. It was very, very safe. I mean, so safe that when we first moved there and the kids were like 6, 8, and 11, we would send them to school on the subway, just like by themselves. My 6-year-old was taking the subway, and we didn't worry about it because all the other 6-year-olds were on the subway going to school.
You know, people don't quite understand what we don't get in this country. When we bitch and moan about crime and stuff like that. So we cut off people's food. We make it impossible for them to buy a house. And then we're mad that there's crime. Yeah. Whereas in Sweden, they're like, no, we get to take care of this. What's the mental health system like?
I mean, the mental health system is decent, but the mental health crisis is growing exponentially. So there's more and more a need for that. So now they have a shortage of mental health workers. But
what do they do at homeless people?
There is no homeless people.
There's no, why?
I mean,
why aren't there homeless people in Sweden? Crazy is crazy, but I mean, why aren't there homeless people in Sweden?
Because they have social services that take care of those people.
So because you have all these people covered with food, they have shelter, they have backup in health. They basically, at the end of your life, you don't have a disease that's going to cost you all the money you've made in your life and saved. You get to pass that wealth on to your kids or whoever. Because of that, you have a happier society. Way less crime because people aren't freaked out where they're going to get food from. They're not freaked out where they're going to get housing from, and they're not freaked out about losing everything if they get sick.
Yeah.
Right now, Rachel and I pay such an amazing amount of money for healthcare. At one point, I told her, I was like, you know what? We're at a thing now that one of us could get some horrible disease, and if we didn't pay our healthcare, we could just use that money to pay for the bill. Because it's that much.
Yeah.
So
our deductible is so high
that it's almost
even
not
with
worth it.
all of the procedures I've had and surgeries, I've never hit it. This year will be the first time. In December, I'm going to get a sinus surgery thing, and they told me to come because I've met my deductible. Yeah. And I was like, what? I hit it in December.
Wow.
So
it's your design. It's designed for you to lose.
It's designed for you to lose. And honestly, when you look at the heartlessness of our society, because all it is about is money and profit. Now, I don't listen. I want to make money. I make good money. I'm happy with how much money I make. But I was thinking, we were talking about the Riyadh Comedy Festival. All those comics went to Riyadh, and it's not. It's a really bad regime.
Yeah.
Like Saudi is like brutal.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. It's really
They're kind of dicks, man.
Yeah. You know what I don't really like about them? Rude.
Yeah. That's so Kenny. That sounds like Kenny. Kenny is like, OMG. She said the other day she goes, you know what? Jeffrey Epstein named his plane Lolita. That is inappropriate. And we were all like, we don't think that's the worst problem.
Jeffrey that was the name of the plane.
Yes, that is true.
and yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, she's not wrong, but she says things like that all the time.
So Ray goes, what would be your number to go do that? And I thought of it, and I had a number that popped up, and I was like, and then I thought, if they really offered that, I mean, they're still publicly executing people.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't do it. So what bothers me about this country right now is that we have models. Sweden, there's other countries that healthcare works. It just fucking works. Yeah. We're the only one of 34 countries. We're one of 30. The only one
37 out of 38 have some form of socialized medicine.
Right, and we're the only one that doesn't. And what bothers me about it is that it's one side. It's not that, I mean, although everybody's taking money from them, the Democrats continuously want healthcare. We want healthcare. And with what we spend on the military, we could do it and still have the biggest military in the world.
The thing is, the numbers don't make sense.
Right.
The U.S. spends more money on healthcare per capita than it's like twice as much as Sweden.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, and Sweden doesn't have the scale of the U.S., so it should be more expensive in Sweden to provide healthcare for all those people. And it isn't. And it's the same thing for education. And even things like women having like parental leave in Sweden. Both parents get parental leave, but you get 2.5 years of parental leave when you have a child. Paid. 80% of your salary is paid, and you're guaranteed your job back, including your promotion that you would have gotten.
Now, does that come from the employer, or does it come from the
No,
government?
it comes from the taxes. The government subsidizes companies so that they can afford it. So it doesn't cost the companies because it's good for society.
Right.
Are you saying that Sweden's taxes that the people pay are actually used to help the people?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know.
Wait, not like to fly the FBI director and his country singer girlfriend?
Or give Exxon a bunch of money?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It goes to the people?
No, it goes to the people. Oh. And it's pretty transparent, too.
Wait. No. How much goes to Lockheed, though? So Sweden sends all its money to Lockheed and Raytheon and McDonnell Douglas.
No, but they do it. They do have a great space system, but that is also related to the university that is also doing things like they try to build it all together. And it's great. And the weather is terrible. There's a reason I'm back in California. Not only because I got a divorce, but also because I love American oversharers. Like that's part of our family DNA to be oversharers.
It's true.
Yes.
I miss
Sweden,
that
I like that
so
yeah.
much. That's not
Swedish
so much in
people
Sweden.
are very buttoned down.
They are so nice and not hilarious.
Yeah.
Very polite.
And they're so nice and a little on the cold side.
Yeah.
Like the weather.
Yeah.
And so
the reason
I'm
why
back.
Shannon's voice is a little deeper today, a little
That's
huskier,
right.
is because she belted out the soundtrack to Wicked the whole way here.
Yep.
If that explains
she
much
drove down
about
from Northern-
Shannon
I
and
was
how
in
much
fact
she's
defying
like her
gravity.
brother.
That's right. Now all of a sudden my voice is
Yeah, but on the road, you're the person where you look over and people are looking at you like
because I was belting like that. It would have been hilarious.
So after being in a country, and then we'll wrap this up. After being in Sweden and then coming back here, we're a clown show, aren't we? Compared to
we are a clown. This country is so ridiculous, and everyone's going, "What the fuck happened to America?"
The whole rest of the world.
Nobody is understanding any
Yeah.
of it, and the fact that Donald Trump shows you exactly who he is every time he opens his mouth, and he is so unprofessional and just disgusting and rude and like all the terrible things.
rude. Very said rude.
He's so rude.
Inappropriate.
He's really rude and inappropriate. And I really am wondering why HR hasn't been called. It is not okay. Totally not okay.
Quiet,
where are the
Piggy. Quiet,
where are the
Piggy.
millennials reporting this to
So-
the Karens in HR? I don't know.
So worldwide, because you and your ex-husband, you guys travel all the time. Like we moved with Scotland a couple of years ago. They looked at us like
We were the joke.
They looked at us like
It
we were.
makes no sense. It's so weird.
No, and also being the richest nation. The problem is, like you said, and I've been saying this for years. Education is number one. And someone says a great phrase. They said, "Other countries plant trees that they're never going to see the shade of."
Yeah.
You know, they're never going to sit in the shade of. And I thought that is such a great way to say it, because the old people are like, I why not pay for school? Why would I pay for school, man? I'm not going to be using it. Well, yeah, but your grandkids will, and you want them to have a good life, right?
Yeah.
And I think we're just waiting for the Robarts. I think that's what they're doing. They just want the Robarts to come in.
The robots, yeah.
Robarts. Uncle Dennis calls them Robarts.
Well, I mean, they're coming.
He told us that at breakfast. He goes, them Robarts are going to take over the world. And we were like, the what are?
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah.
We made tell me a little bit about the Robarts?
He did say it multiple times. Robarts.
All right. So,
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for my family.
Yay. Our family with the kids and everything is the closest it's been. Well,
not mine. Mine's in the shitter.
On the Titus side.
Yeah. You're the Titus. Come here, you. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. All right, let me have Ken sit down with us real quick.
Yep.
I love you, Shan.
Love you.
That's Shannon Titus, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo!
You did? I did. Wow,
that's
during she got
so,
him in.
Do you want to do 2 years ago?
All right. 2 years ago, Biden issued statements on the Burlington, Vermont shooting. What a surprise, another shooting. And the humanitarian pause in Gaza, while also commenting on the two-state solution for Israel and Palestine. He also gave remarks at a campaign reception in Denver. And his administration airlifted UN humanitarian supplies to Egypt. Additionally, this one's also relevant, Hunter Biden's legal team stated he would appear for a public congressional hearing, not a closed-door one. And some Republican leaders sent a letter questioning his nomination of Hampton Dellinger to the Office of Special Counsel.
I love that they even let, like, the Democrats even let them respond. Trump just put such bimbo insurance lawyer up, and then she's lost. The Comey case is gone, and so is the Letitia James.
Well, you remember how they wanted that closed door thing because they wanted to. It was corrupt.
Well, because
he wanted to have it in public,
right? Because if you have it in public, then you can't argue it.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't endorse calling her a bimbo. I do endorse calling her unqualified.
Okay.
And illegally appointed.
Broad.
for himself, me and him.
For myself, Bob Charest and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
Thank you, Shannon.